Well, hello, and here we are again for the end of the week episode of A Little Bit of Positive Balance in an Uncertain World with Therapy Ted and me. And I've had lots of good feedback about Tuesday's balance and how that felt like people really liked the fact that there was more space for them to just be quiet. So done some testing, and that's how we're going to go today. So we will be putting the balance in place as we work through today's session. We're going to start off, and it is a quantum kinesiology balance that we're going to start with. But before we get started, I just wanted to say that this particular session is going to be more skewed towards the disproportionate balance that society has at the moment. This was brought, I've been thinking about this for a little while, and my husband and I were talking about this actually only this morning, that we have this really disproportionate balance of what's going on in this country at the moment. We have our NHS staff, our carers, people who are working on the front line, who for the very first time are seriously looking at death in the face, and their own. So this is something that is incredibly stressful. And then you've obviously got people who are second line, people who are in our shops and our drivers and all this kind of stuff, which is keeping the world going, which is fantastic as well. They're not quite as much at risk, but they are still at risk. You've got the people obviously who are in financial difficulties, and the rest of us who are kind of more in limbo. But we don't really understand what it's like to be in that frontline position. And I was talking to a friend this morning, and she was saying she does know somebody who works in the theatre in the Myla, and she normally is a theatre nurse, and she was saying that she feels that she might actually need counselling at the end of this because of what they're actually having to cope with and what they're seeing. So I think we all need to be a bit more aware of that and aware of just how serious this is for that core of people who are there, and we need to be kind and maybe give lots of really good thoughts out there that to give them the strength to be able to do this. I know they're very compassionate people normally anyway, and so this might be really difficult for them. So we're going to start off with a colour today, and that colour again is chocolate. So there it is. And this is about nourishing your body and your soul, but it's also about resilience. And that's seriously what we need our frontline staff to have at the moment. You know, they're moving into yet another weekend of this virus, and more deaths every day. So we need them to be resilient. So if you don't feel like you need this particular balance very strongly, then redirect it. You can redirect this to somebody that you know, to somebody who, even if you don't know somebody, direct it towards your local hospital. And then if there is a member of staff there, or even more than one member of staff who need a little bit of TLC and resilience, then the energy, they'll pick this energy up. Okay, so the first thing we need is the quantum Cosbats. Yep, we've got those. And we have Therapy Ted here. He is ready to go. The second thing we've got here is on the body, we have a homeopathic remedy, which is cocoa. Now this is actually for breathing. It's actually for the lungs, and it's something that people use at altitude. It helps the body breathe better. So this is also for anybody, of course, who is suffering from the coronavirus at the moment. But the lungs are also to do with grief. So this is something, again, if anybody who is seeing people die, this hopefully will help a little bit with the grief that they are also coping with. So we go straight into our first harmonic, and that is an original trigger and is an event, and that's unresolved traumas. So we'll just put that in place. Okay, and we'll just put the number in place. And then we're moving on, and we're still on this page. We're still in original trigger. We're still in events. And that's the left-hand column, no, middle column, no, right-hand column. We've got ancestral inheritance. And we don't need to know anything else about that. So that is... those pesky ancestors getting in the way again. Energy permission to move on. Also on this page, also an original trigger. No, a trigger that reactivates symptoms. We've got repeated event. There's a very strong energy on this one. I'm just going to let this one settle for a bit. Energy permission to move on. Also on this page. No. On page 3, on page 4, on page 5, on page 6, we've got survival mechanisms. Left-hand column, middle column, right-hand column. First one, second one, third one. We've got overactive instincts. Anything else we need to know about that? No. So we just have the harmonic. Energy permission to move on. Also on this page. On page 7. On page 8. We've got electromagnetic imbalances. We've got desensitization. We've got past physical traumas. Left-hand column, middle column, right-hand column. We've got delete cellular memory of trauma. Anything else we need to know about that? Nope. Let's put the harmonic in place. Energy permission to move on. Also on this page. On page 9, on page 10, on page 11, on page 12, on page 13. Okay, we've got a core belief. And is this about myself? Yes. Okay, so something in the left-hand column, in the middle column, in the right-hand column. So something in this group here, one of the first 3, one of the next 3. So this one. Okay. This one is something that comes up a lot at times of stress. And quite a lot of people have this one running. It's been coming up a lot with clients just lately. So I just want you just to close your eyes. And I want you just to go inside like we did yesterday. Go inside, not yesterday, Tuesday, sorry. Go inside, and I want you just to feel where you feel this statement hit you. So, I am safe and secure. Where do you feel that going into the body? Do you feel an unease that you don't believe it? Just recognize that. You don't have to do anything about it at the moment. Just kind of keep a mental note of, do you believe this statement? Do you not? How seriously do you not believe it? If you don't believe it, and where are you feeling that in your body? If it's a specific area, think about that. Obviously, remember that. But if it's all over, then that's fine as well. So, absorb the truth of the following statement and harmonic. I am unique, beautiful, talented, and lovable. Everything I do, feel, and say is on my life's path leads me to higher states of understanding and consciousness. I see the world as a wonderful playground for me to express my magnificence. I am safe and secure. Energy permission to move on. Also on this page, on page 15, page 14, do we have any more harmonics? No, okay. So that's it for that today, as far as the harmonic is concerned. So what I want you to do now is I want you just to close your eyes. I want you to think, I am safe and secure. Okay. And Therapy Ted has it at this end. And if you don't feel right closing your eyes, then we'll just have the colour, the chocolate colour back in. And you can just look at that. And just recognise where that feeling is in the body. And as this balance goes through, I'm hoping it will dissolve a little, or change, calm down. And when you think that statement, it will become more solid. It will become more, yeah, I do feel safe and secure. This one's starting to settle now. Okay. Now, I have some homework for you, and that is, if you like hot chocolate, then I want you to, and you've got some in, don't go out if you haven't got any, that's fine. But I want you to, if you've got some in, or you've got some chocolate in, I want you to go and sit quietly, and I want you just to have either a drink if you've got it in, or I want you just to have a few squares of chocolate, but I want you to do it really mindfully. I want you to really savor eating the chocolate or drinking the hot chocolate. And I want you to think about the resilience, your resilience, and the resilience of all these people who are around us, who are looking after us. And send them a little bit of that resilience. If you feel like you need all of it for yourself, absolutely fine. Okay, so Therapy Ted is done this end. So hopefully you'll enjoy your homework. If you really don't like chocolate, and I'm sure there must be people out there that don't, then don't feel you have to go and eat chocolate. Just think about something delicious that you would absolutely love to eat, or go and make yourself something that's nice to drink and get that same feeling of resilience, or just go and look at a very dark brown colour and feel that resilience. Right, so Therapy Ted and I are going to go and make our hot chocolate, because we do actually have some in the cupboard. If it's still in date, it's been in there for a while. I'll go and check it out. And hopefully this has made you all feel a little bit safer and a little bit more secure. And so we will say goodbye for tonight, from a little bit of positive balance in an uncertain world. And we'll see you next Tuesday. Bye.